name is Sydney Lane, nice to meet you. You can all visit my blog helpmesydney.com. I would like to share a little bit of my life story with you. I spent the first 25 years of my life more or less single. I spent Saturday nights alone most of the time, and I tried to find a relationship. I read every self-help book and watched every movie on love. I talked to strangers but was left feeling like a fool. There was always something that I was doing wrong, but I just didn't know what. One day I had an epiphany. I realised that the way I was approaching love was actually hindering me and not helping me. And the secrets I discovered changed my life. And they can change yours too. These days, things are different for me. I learned the lessons of love the hard way. I dated a bit in high school and college, but it never seemed to last more than a few weeks. I watched my friends get into serious relationships, move in together and get married. Meanwhile, I was alone every single Valentine's Day. And when I started working, it seemed just to get worse. When you're at college, it seemed you meet people at parties and in classes, but my job as a graphic designer saw me only working with married men and women, and I spent more and more nights home alone. What I didn't know is that anyone can find love. You just need to know the right ways to do it. For years, I was approaching dating completely the wrong way. I was hitting my head against a brick wall without even knowing it. I blamed my job, my circle of friends. I thought perhaps I wasn't even outgoing enough, or even there was something wrong with me that meant I would never have a long-term relationship. What I came to realise is that every day I was just passing up the chances of winning love. I just haven't learned how to spot them yet. Maybe you're making the same mistakes as I did. The man or woman of your dreams could have walked right past you in the street today. They could have ordered coffee just before you did. You could have shared a lift together. Or even you could live a street away from each other. It's not about changing yourself. Anything you read which tells you to change or act like someone else is not going to work in the long term. I tried to talk to strangers just to gain confidence and act more outgoing. I read ebook after ebook, but it never worked. I just ended up feeling worse than I ever did. Even if I did get anywhere, the person I met would be all wrong for me. Approaching love the wrong way cost me time, money, and even heartbreak. A relationship that you enter under false pretenses is a false relationship from the very beginning. Best and most real love you will find is one that springs from simply being yourself. 2 years ago, I had an epiphany. I discovered something that changed my life. What happened to me was somewhat of a journey. I very slowly but surely changed the way I approach love and relationships. And when I changed my thinking, I started meeting some fantastic people. Not just someone to go on a date with, but someone whose company I really enjoyed. People who I love spending time with and shared interests with me. I didn't know it yet, but I had just discovered a process that allowed me to find love. So you probably want to know what the secret is, right? Well, it's not really one secret or truth, but rather an entire approach. When you look for love in the right way and place things in the right framework, you can learn how to build a relationship in ways that you could not before. So for instance, there are tons of places to meet men and women. There are the classes, dances, social clubs. And once I knew how to approach these kind of situations in the right way, I had more opportunity than I knew what to do with. I am now engaged to a wonderful man, Steve. He's a social worker and he works with disadvantaged youths. If only I had discovered this process, I would have not been single and miserable all those years. I want to be able to help you find your someone sooner than I did. Friends used to set me up on blind dates all the time. And maybe this happens to you too. You get to go to the date but find that you have nothing to talk about with this guy. It's like the worst night of your life. All my dates used to feel like this. And it was only one day when I was in a sushi bar grabbing some lunch and I just started chatting to the guy behind me. We had so much in common and we worked in the same industry, both been to holiday in Japan and were born in the same city. I gathered a bit of courage and I asked him on a date. I went on 3 dates with Jason and we ended up having a great time, but we feel that we should stay friends. Meeting Jason this way made me realise that when you date someone with a shared common interest, you're bound to have a fantastic time. So each year the number of couples that meet on the internet increases. It makes sense when you think about it. I used to spend money every weekend dressing up, paying an entry fee to get into a club, and the whole night I would only meet maybe a few decent people. Every time I went on a date, I felt like I was going out with the best of a bad bunch. So I had nothing in common with any of these men I met in clubs. So eventually I tried dating online to see if I could find another great guy like Jason. So when I got online, I was overwhelmed by the amount of men to choose from. This was a great step to support my new approach. I met tons of great guys online and went on some fantastic dates and had tons of fun. Sure, there were a few that didn't work out, but I found this out in minutes and not in weeks. I met some great people with the same interests as me, and many are now becoming my close friends. And when I first spoke to Steve, I knew straight away that he was special. So I found his profile online one night when I was looking through some dating sites. He is such a good looking guy, so there was no shortage of girls trying to hook up with him. I saw his profile and saw that he liked surfing, so I sent him a message saying that I grew up on a beach and loved to get a surf whenever I did. Instantly we had a common thread, something to talk about and share together. And can you guess what we did on our first date? So on our first date, I was so comfortable. We spent such a brilliant afternoon together. We were really casual, relaxed, and not nervous at all. And by approaching dating Steve the right way, I had just increased my chances of happiness with him. And this was the next part of the new process that I was learning. After I met Steve, I started telling people about how I improved my own chances for love. The response I got was so massive, and so many people called me to say that they were going on a date for the first time in years, and that they had met someone special, or even that they had fallen in love. And I realized then that I had to make this free mini course to help you improve your odds at love. I want to help you people out there, just like me, who are looking for love in all the wrong places. And the answers are so simple. I can't wait to share them with you. Love has changed my life. I really used to feel like I had no direction. Now everything has turned around. Everyone deserves to be happy, and for me, understanding and finding love has found me just that happiness. So now I think it's time that I shared with others that love is the most important thing, and that is why I'm not charging any money for this course. I think that this is something that can really change your life. I want you to be able to find love and happiness like I have, and I want you to know all the simple secrets to love that I've learned the very hard way. All you need to do is send your email and your name, and I will send you the first part of the course straight away. Please add me to your Facebook and Twitter and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will update you with the very best tips I've learned throughout the years. Now, my Facebook is sydney.lane83@yahoo.com. My YouTube and Twitter is sydneylane83. Now you're all welcome to visit my blog, helpmesydney.com, and discover ways to increase your chances of finding true love by the videos and articles there. Now love always, Sydney Lane.